Hello everyone, today we're going to have a look at this replay that Talking Radish, or rather Silverhawk in-game, sent to me. It's a Diamond Free League, or rather I think he was Platinum actually by the time he played this game. Replay of a CVP where we're going to see some swarm hosts, if I saw that correctly. He said what he did well was killing and harassing his third over and over again. That's it. I'm not sure if he's actually going to lose this, we can see the time, but he killed the third base over and over again, that's already pretty good. Then he said that he got the late +1 melee after speed, he was late on getting the later upgrades because he was busy microing at the front, he lost drones at the third base to adapt harass because the army was attacking. He should have gotten the infestor upgrade and burrow right away, since he saw the Stargate, even though it's not producing, just in case for that sky switch, and building the Hydra then after it ended building the Hydra then, even though I ended up using Infested Terran for my anti-air just because I panicked seeing the Void Ray. So there's a lot of issues that he already found in his own play. We're going to have a look at what we can find here. Standard hatch gas pool opener, or hatch pool gas, not hatch gas pool I think. Either way, he puts the drone slowly in the gas, I like that. So far, nothing to criticize at all. 4 links, that's okay. 6 links, that's a bit rough, but it's okay. If you feel like 6 links are going to help you, that's good. I usually make 2 to 4 because you just really need to kill the probe so you can actually take the third. Curious what he's going to do though. He chases after the probe. That probe with like the rally point of doom there. Well, it's the Overlord right on time. Super fast evolution chamber. It's okay as well. I do that sometimes, but 2 base openers against Protoss are not really good. Already talked about that in the other replay analysis as well. You really need that fast third hatch so you can actually spend your money and get the larva out there. And it's also completely safe to take the fast third. The opponent is going for the Twilight Council and our Zerg player did scout that. Did you see those gateways? Yeah, I saw the gateways. I don't know, I would just send the Overlord in, it doesn't matter. Usually the Protoss doesn't have anything to kill them anyways. How is he going to respond here? He takes the third base, could have gotten this one a bit quicker. He obviously kept mining gas because he wanted the fast +1 melee. This actually looks like my 2 base swarm host infestor opener. Pretty much a perfect copy of it, right? So far, everything looks right. He's not droning heavily, but that's okay because you have to deal with these adepts, and these adepts are kind of the bane of the opener. The opponent is going for a robo follow-up. Ooh. He's not going to shade. Zone him. Get him. Don't let him shade. You're not spending your money. Yeah. You're not spending your money at all while you're harassing here, but it's okay, you get the adepts. At least, like, that was a really good hold. But you really need to drone right now, and you're building more links. You need to drone super quick. Also put overlords in the main in these spots, because a common follow-up to adepts is either DTs or a robo war prison. He's going for a robo, he's just a bit late, but he could have gotten it faster, and then you really need to defend against that. And if you cannot see the attack in your main base with the warp prism, it will do a lot of damage. A loop infestation pit, nice. Baning nest, okay. See, you don't really get the +2 melee, it seems. You should really get that. And you obviously have enough units here to cancel the third, as you mentioned. You will cancel it a couple of times, looking forward to that. Oh, don't lose the units to the adepts in the overcharge too. And drone that third up, drone it up, good, drone it, in check, drone, good. Want more drones, mining too much gas will not help you, unless you go for like a more 2 base approach, but yeah. Rip the drones. Oh, nice. Not even sure what exactly happened there, but it was good. Slight macro mistake, the opponent is going for the Void Ray, so we should throw down the Hydra then. If you see a Stargate and go for Swarm Host, always throw down the Hydra then, as you correctly assessed. I like that you don't def 2. I like that you don't do that. Definitely makes sense. You are a bit slow though. Like, oh, are these going to be those killer adepts? Yeah, you're going to take this space out, I guess. No, not even fully. You take a lot of damage over here though. I think you built links at home, but you're not sending them to defend. You should have just F2'd and sent the links there to defend. It would have helped you a lot, because now you lost a lot of workers. So the trade kind of left you even with your opponent. And you cannot really take these fights without the banelings. I guess you can. Shouldn't be able to take this fight without the banelings, excuse me. Because adepts are so very good. I mean, he doesn't have Archons or anything either, I guess. Then you go Mass Infestor, it is okay. Once again, we have the problem of having the 4th base a bit late. It's okay though, it's not that late, at least you take it. Clearly a saturation problem over there, you need more workers. If you lose that many workers, you need to immediately rebuild them. Rely on banelings for defense. Like, you're going to lose all the links, and then you need to spend the lore on the links again. If you had some links at home and morph them into banes, that would be great. You don't need 30 links, like 10 links into banelings would already help you a lot. But every time you lose all the links, you have to rebuild the links again. And you don't have the income to afford that. Yeah, the Hydras are good though. Infestors are also good. It's not bad to go for these infestors. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, those are going to die. Good. I mean, you're still in a pretty good spot here, but transition the drones from the main quicker. Usually around 7:30 is when I transition mine. Yeah, you're doing that now. Get that gold base mine. Wait, where are you sending them? Oh, well, not on the mineral field. Oh, now you stop all the infestor energy to kill a mothership core. What else did you say? There. I like that you went for +2 missile upgrade as well. Really good move by with the infested Terrans there. Going to kill his third as well, and he's dead. Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty good game. Besides that blunder here, like if you in this kind of situation where I attack him at the front, what I would do is just F2, A move here, then box the units here like this, and just one A move here, and then I kind of have the units at the front attacking the Nexus and all my reinforcements cleaning up the adepts. And then I would also just set my rally point over here as well for the mineral units, so they just kind of go there and defend automatically. Then I don't need to worry as much about the defense. Yeah, I mean overall it was pretty good. You also said macroing while attacking at the same time is hard. Getting problems, getting surprised by tech switches, not being able to defend, harass properly when I'm out on the map attacking. Yeah, you're playing very aggressive, I like that. Because I always say, if you build a unit, use it, and you build the units and you use them really well. Like, you were always attacking, you had links, you kind of threw him away once there, that almost put you in a hard spot. But you get the upgrades, so your units are very effective, and then you use them a lot. Opponent, of course, didn't really play a smart style. He should have gone for Archon, Charge Slot, something against this, rather than Adept Immortal. I mean, Adept Immortal can also roll Swarm Boss compositions, but you need to play more aggressive. I mean, you defended well, like the build. I like the 2 base opener into the delayed third. It makes perfect sense if you want to go for that many swarm hosts quick. Your droning was a bit late, the 4th base is a bit late. Usually also need a Mac Reg to spend your money, even if you go for swarm hosts, unless you go like pure swarm hosts, because link bailing costs you a lot of resources. So of course you don't need a Mac Reg if you only stay on like 40 to 50 drones, but you usually want more. I feel like it was a pretty good game of you though. Always have banelings though, like good opponents will shut down your attacks pretty heavily if you just go for Ling Swarm Host. But if you add in some banelings, they're going to help you a lot. The attacks in the middle part of the map that happened, he doesn't really have good upgrades, but if he had good upgrades and or charge slots, then your Lings would die pretty quickly, so you really need banelings against those. And you said, how do you respond to a sudden Muta switch on CVC? So far I go Roach Hydra, but I feel I can only win if I'm already ahead economically, since I need a lot of Roaches as well to tank for the speed base. A Muta switch, so usually if it's a Muta switch, like there are different types, right? If they go straight 2-edge Muta, I can kind of just beat it by going for a Roach Nidus, for example, if I scout it. Or what I think is most common is either mass Ling upgrades and just go for Infestor Queen. If you already committed to Roach, either you add Roach Hydra and go for a quick timing, not too Hydra heavy, but mostly Roach heavy, I think, with a couple Hydras. Banelings are also quite good to blow up Piss Banes. Or if you want to play it a bit more defensive, go for the Infestation Pit. Build a lot of Queens at home to defend, and that's the best thing, I think. Infestation Pit, build a lot of Queens, and play it from there. But the most common Muta switch is at least for me, if they go for a lot of... I just see what this is attacking. The most common Muta switch is if they go for Roaches and then make the switch to Mutas, and in that case, oftentimes they will not have enough units, because Mutas are very expensive and pretty trash, so you can just roll them with Mass Roach Ravager. So, but those are all the responses. But to keep it short, I think Infestor is the best. Ling, if you upgraded Lings, are the ideal counter if you go for a blind counter. Roach Nidus if you know it's coming, or Roach Nidus with Queens, of course, or you can also just go and turtle with Infestors, which I think is what most people do. I also meet a fairly decent amount of just Roach Hydra aim F2 aim of pushes, which also work decently well. So, hope that helped you and cleared up some of your questions. See ya!